Okay. So in previous class we discussed about how the extraction of the copper from copper pyrites and what are the steps and what are the reactions are involved, chemical reactions are involved on that extraction of the copper from the copper pyrites. Now here we going to explain the how the extraction of the zinc from the zinc blend. So here the zinc can be extracted from the zinc blend ore. So step 1. What is the step 1? So in step 1 first by using the ball mills they are crushed or grinding the ore, then the ore is converted to the powdered form. So here also by using the ball mills the zinc blend ore on grinding it is converted to the powdered form. Then in step 2 we are increasing the concentration of the ore. So here also powdered zinc blend ore concentration of ore is increases first with gravity method. Okay student, first with gravity method, then we are using the froth flotation method. So already we have to know the froth flotation method. So by using the gravity method and by using the froth flotation method we are increasing the ore percentage, nothing but ore concentration. Then in next step that froth flotation, that means ore concentration, increasing the ore concentration. So ore percentage will be increases, then that ore is undergoing the roasting process. So already we have to know roasting means heating of the ore in presence of the excess air, that is called as a roasting process. So during the roasting the chemical reaction on heating in presence of air, what is the chemical reactions is possible means the zinc sulfide, zinc blend ore on heating in presence of the excess air, this is converted to the zinc oxide by elimination of the sulfur dioxide gas. Then again zinc sulfide on heating with oxygen, then it is converted to the zinc sulfate. So that zinc sulfate on heating nearly 1200 Kelvin temperature, it is converted to zinc oxide by eliminating of the sulfur dioxide gas and oxygen gas. So these are the reactions is possible in the roasting process. So finally we get the zinc oxide. Zinc blend ore is involving in the roasting. It is finally converted to the zinc oxide, metal oxide form. Then what will here we do the reduction of this metal oxide means zinc oxide, that is the step. So reduction of the zinc oxide. So here the coke and carbon monoxide is used as a reducing agent. For example, here the reaction is zinc oxide react with coke at 1100 to 1200 degrees Celsius, then it is converted to zinc by eliminating the carbon monoxide. Here this carbon monoxide again, if any remaining zinc oxide is present, so that carbon monoxide is react with that remaining zinc oxide, finally it is converted to the zinc by eliminating the carbon dioxide gas. So here the extracted this zinc is called as a spelter zinc. Okay student, this zinc is called as a, what is that? Spelter zinc. This is called as a spelter zinc. Spelter zinc means here this zinc contains the lead and cadmium as a impurities. Lead and cadmium as a impurities, then that is called as a spelter zinc. So this spelter zinc poured in a steam water, finally we are get the zinc. This spelter zinc is poured in a steam water, finally we get the zinc. So this is the extraction of the zinc. Then after that what will we do? Here the refining. Next step is the refining. Nothing but purification or refining of this extracted zinc. So already we have to know for refining we are using the which process, that is the electrolytic refining. Electrolytic refining means anode, cathode and suitable electrolytic solution will be present. So the main conclusion, main concept in electrolytic refining is the pure form is act as a cathode. So here the pure zinc is taken as a cathode and the impure zinc is taken as a anode. By the electrolysis process, finally we are get the purest form of the zinc. That is the refining of the zinc. So these are the steps are involving in the extraction of the zinc from the zinc blend. These are the reactions. So next one is the extraction of the silver metal from the silver glance ore. Next is the extraction of the silver from the silver glance means Ag2S. So here this process is called as a cyanamide process and this process is also called as a McArthur Forest process. What is the McArthur Forest process? So what are the steps and what is the reactions are involving in the extraction of the silver from silver glass? Let us see. So first step, same process, that is the crushing or grinding. So by using the ball mills, here also silver glance is involving in the crushing or grinding. Finally we get the powdered form of the silver glance ore. Then step 2, what will here we do? We are increasing in the ore concentration, nothing but ore percentage will be increases, that is the concentration of ore. So concentration of ore, by using the froth flotation method, we are increasing the ore concentration. Then that concentrated ore is involving in the leaching process. Here which method will be using leaching method. So in the leaching method, the suitable reagent, what is that students? Suitable chemical reagent will be using in the leaching process. Earlier we discussed the leaching method. So here the suitable chemical reagent is sodium cyanide. Sodium cyanide is suitable chemical reagent. When the silver glance powdered ore is reacted with the suitable chemical reagent sodium cyanide, then it is converted to the precipitate form, that is the sodium argentocyanide. This is the precipitate form. Sodium argentocyanide is precipitate form. So by using the suitable chemical reagent, example sodium cyanide, the powdered silver glass ore is converted to the sodium argentocyanide precipitate. And here the byproduct is the sodium sulfide Na2S. So that sodium sulfide is reacted with the moisture of oxygen. It is converted to the sodium hydroxide and sodium thiosulfate Na2S2O3. So that Na2S2O3 again react with the sodium hydroxide in presence of air. Finally it can be eliminated as sodium sulfate. That means students, here the sodium sulfide finally is eliminated in which form? As a sodium sulfate, Na2SO4. So here only the precipitate, sodium argentocyanide precipitate will be present. So in the hydrometallurgy process, so already we have to know we have to learn the hydrometallurgy. Hydrometallurgy means here the formation precipitate. In leaching process, formation precipitate is react with the more electropositive element. So in the hydrometallurgy, that precipitate sodium argentocyanide is react with the more electropositive element, that is the zinc. Finally it is converted to the sodium zincate form and finally we are extracted our metal, that is the silver. Okay students, so this precipitate in the hydrometallurgy, this precipitate is react with the zinc. Finally in place of the silver, the zinc will be deposited. Finally the silver can be extracted from that precipitate. So this is the extraction of the silver from silver glass. So finally we are extracted the silver. Then next step is the purification, that is the refining of the extracted metal. For the refining or purification, here we are using the electrolytic method. So in the electrolytic method already we have to know suitable electrolytic solution will be present and anode and cathode will be present. Always the cathode is the pure metal is act as a cathode and the impure metal is act as a anode. On electrolysis, during the electrolysis, finally we will get the purest form of the silver metal. So this is the reaction and the various steps are involving in the extraction of the silver from the silver glands. Next, here we discuss the extraction of the iron from hematite ore. Here, hematite. Iron can be extracted from hematite ore. So here this iron can be extracted from the hematite ore. Here the total process is done in the reverberatory furnace or blast furnace. For example, when we are using the blast furnace for the extraction of the iron from the hematite ore, the various steps, various reactions will be occurs at the different temperature in the blast furnace. So in the blast furnace, the different temperature ranges will be present. So during the extraction of the iron from the hematite ore, what are the reactions? What is the reactions that takes place in the blast furnace at different temperature ranges? So here we discuss that reaction. For example, in the blast furnace at 400 to 700 degrees Celsius, the hematite ore Fe2O3 react with the carbon monoxide. Then this Fe2O3 is converted to their oxide FeO by the elimination of the carbon dioxide gas. And at that same temperature range, this iron oxide react with the carbon monoxide and it is converted to the iron by the elimination of the carbon dioxide gas. So these are the two reactions are possible in the blast furnace at 400 to 700 degrees Celsius temperature range. For example, at 800 to 1000 degrees Celsius temperature range, the carbon dioxide is reacted with the coke and it is converted to the carbon monoxide, and the calcium carbonate is dissociated as calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So this calcium oxide is reacted with the silica and it is eliminated in form of the calcium silicate as a slag. So these are the reactions are possible in the blast furnace at 800 to 1000 degrees Celsius temperature. And at 1100 to 1300 degrees Celsius temperature, the remaining coke is reacted with the oxygen and converted to the carbon dioxide. If any iron oxide at 400 to 700 degrees Celsius, iron oxide is converted to the iron. If any remaining iron oxide will be present, that iron oxide at 1100 to 1300 degrees Celsius temperature is reacted with the coke and finally it is converted to the iron. So these are the reactions are possible at 1100 to 1300 degrees Celsius temperature in blast furnace. So this is the different type of the reaction is occurs in the different type of the temperature ranges in the blast furnace during the extraction of the iron from hematite ore. So finally we are get the iron. Here this extracted obtained iron is called as a pig iron. Okay student, this iron will called as a pig iron. Pig iron means it having the 4% of the carbon content. So 4% of the carbon content containing iron is called as a pig iron. It is the very impure form of the iron. It is the very impure form of the iron. So on melting of this pig iron, we get the cast iron. So this cast iron will having the 3% of the carbon content. So on melting of the pig iron, finally we get the cast iron. This cast iron will having the 3%. That means less percentage of carbon containing iron form is the cast iron. It will having the 3%. So on distillation, finally we get the wrought iron. So this wrought iron will having the only 0.5% of the carbon content. So this is the purest form of the iron, that is the wrought iron, because it will having the very less amount of the carbon, nearly that is 0.5%. So this is the extraction of the iron. So first we get the extracted the pig iron. So that pig iron is converted to the cast iron, and the cast iron is converted to the wrought iron. So this is the meaning about the pig iron, wrought iron and cast iron. Which is the purest form of the iron means wrought iron, and which is the impure form of the iron means pig iron. So these are the steps and reactions is involved in the extraction of the iron from hematite ore.